Our individual electronic circles are likened to the great central neuron of the planet. And as we ascend, Lady Gaia holds us in her arms. For many years, she has waned at the feet of Mammon. And finally, she is shedding that negative weight through hurricanes, volcano eruptions, earthquakes, and tsunamis. She has always been there for us. And now, as we undergo the transformation process, we will finally be reunited with the great spirit of our mother, Lady Gaia, fifth dimensional Terra, the new earth. This world is indeed a living being endowed with a soul and intelligence. A single visible living entity containing all other living entities, which by their nature are all related. The cosmos is a single living creature which contains all living creatures within it. That is from Plato and his dialogues. Over thousands of years, a gulf has been made between the far-seeing elite and the simple-minded peasants. And like a blind man without his stick, both are hopelessly lost without the other. These elite, who allege to be illuminated, have corroborated, interbred with powerful reptilian Aryan bloodlines coming out of Sumer, Babylon, and the northern Caucasus Mountains. Secret societies are the backbone of the takeover of planet Earth through these powerful bloodlines, which were accouched by demonic reptilian and human extraterrestrials many thousands of years ago, are couched within, rather, hidden within. Many major players in the fields of politics, religion, and entertainment today share the DNA of reptilian gods who came down to Earth before the deluge and upgraded the primitive humanoid species to a more advanced biological form. Within our human species on Earth exists a combination of DNA from 22 extraterrestrial races. Of these extraterrestrials who visited the pre-diluvian Earth, several reptilian factions have conspired with a group in the universe known as the Dark Lords to erect a compartmentalized state of control and suppression on this planet so they could eventually take over. An arduous task like this one could not be completed from the outside alone, as 13 primary reptilian Aryan bloodlines have perpetuated a series of mystical orders throughout the centuries in order to have fully commandeered the most powerful agencies of religion and politics by the year 2012, when major vibrational shifts are expected to occur. Let's make that 2021. The Illuminati, not to say that they didn't occur in 2012, but it was just a mere transposition of the numbers by the people who misinterpreted a lot of the Mayan records and the Sumerian clay tablets. Om Namah Shivaya. So the Illuminati, the nucleus of these interbreeding alien demonic families, yes, let me say that again, the Illuminati, the nucleus of these interbreeding alien demonic families, plans for the takeover of Earth and the instigation of the reign of the Antichrist as prophesied by their supreme manual known as the Protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion, aka the Bible. This is a Jewish conspiracy, and the Learned Elders of Zion are rich Jewish rabbis, yet the word Jewish doesn't relate to any race in particular. There were many Semitic peoples who migrated into Mesopotamia, Anatolia, Great Britain, and China from the northern European mountains. These traveling clans emerging as the Indo-Europeans, the Aryans, the Akkadians, Babylonians, Amorites, Hittites, and Elamites. There was no specific Jewish race, though, and only the group, the only group that could have been likened to it was the Khazarian people Abraham, Moses, King Solomon, and King David are depicted falsely in the Bible, which is an allegory of the truth. In reality, it was composed by closely guarded bloodlines who to this day claim to be seated on this planet from the aliens. In the course of very meticulous interbreeding in antiquity, ancient bloodlines who claim to be seeded from the star gods have infiltrated powerful mystical orders and secret societies, in some cases started them, and have erected the nation state of Israel to act as a worldwide headquarters for establishing a new world order based on the worship of the false god Lucifer. It was not Moses who established the home of the Jews, but in fact, agents of the Rothschild family acting in direct accordance with these reptilian Aryan bloodlines. Israel was bombed into existence in 1948, and today it serves as a headquarters for the so-called Jewish conspiracy. And as you will see, a new order of the ages, new world order, these interbreeding bloodlines throughout the course of the last 2,000 years created religion, politics, and banks to control massive populations of people and establish a constricted state of awareness among individuals. They have effectively created a hierarchical pyramid of control and suppression so that information is improperly disseminated down the range, ensuring power to only the select few. At the top is Lucifer, who heads an organization in the universe known as the Dark Lords. Below him, the Grand Druid Council and the Committee of 300 work in conjunction to perpetuate the continual consolidation of power and decision-making into a few evil hands. In the United States, the Council on Foreign Relations and the Trilateral Commission labored tirelessly to ensure the alien demonic stranglehold over the post-Diluvian Earth, 10,000 BC to present. The invaders are evil, and they have a diabolical plan for the future. But the original creators of Earth are back to secure a future of love and prosperity for all. Lucifer is the false god of light. That is, he is light without love. The real God embodies the concept of unconditional love. When the age of light commences in 2021 and the Earth rises next to the constellation of Aquarius, the planet will ascend to the fifth dimension. The Dark Lords wish to prevent this as they see a future where everyone is a slave to the New World Order. The cohorts of the New World Order are under the control of so-called Big Brother, who is nothing more than a subliminal propaganda campaign orchestrated to make you feel small. Liberty is a guise worn by these men who masquerade around as disillusioned sorcerers and end up seeing only two distinctions of man, a man of mature mind and a man of immature mind. Assuming these two leagues are far apart, one could conjecture that the proponents of Zionism are diplomatic and professional. But yet again, we must consider the fact that they wear masks. For these men, the socio-political circumstance of a country has nothing to do with the moral, and anticipating a society on the brink of extinction, I ascertain the fact that the clever division is only a ruse. For power is the ultimate aphrodisiac of man. It is quite ironic, however, that the people whom the elders see as fodder now have the possibility within them to reach a new state of ecstasy, metamorphosing them into the divine. So in the end, when all the moves have been made, which will usurp the throne of objective reality, power or spirituality? I maintain it's going to be spirituality, folks, and I think you do too, or otherwise you wouldn't be following, along with a lot of these unprofessional videos that I make, which I mean well. I do mean well, folks. For millennia, we have to realize that for millennia, the human race has been controlled and manipulated by forces beyond our dimension or awareness. A carefully managed human extra-dimensional breeding program has produced a hybrid slave race that isn't aware of its true origins or fate. Do you know that these shadow puppeteers are actually in controller that they even exist, or actually the controller that they even exist? They are not human, but then again, neither are we. As the epic battle of consciousness expands into the outer dimensions, we know that one thing is for certain. When the Liberty Bell rings once again, the draconian, alpha draconian reptilian empire will be reduced to a heap of ashes. Are you with me, folks? There will be an army of forces. There is an army of forces backed by the highest of forces in the heavens, the paladins of Source, which will conduct this reawakening of the masses. The takeover of planet Earth by the snake of Zion is the battlefield. And as a knight, you need to know how to be truly free. Battleground is within each of us, and our captors are but a reflection of humanity. Unless we change ourselves, how will the reflection be changed? Hopefully, after this enduring encounter deep into the rabbit hole with Ombanda New Earth education, you will realize how this reality has been manipulated by forces in the fourth dimension. In order for us to succeed, we must propel ourselves through the heart chakra and into the fifth dimension, where the beloved Terra, 5D Earth, fifth dimensional Earth, will find the peace and dignity that she deserves. Our mother, planet Earth, Lady Terra, Mother Gaia, the fate of the world hangs in the balance. All we have to do now is make a choice. Namaste. Namaskaram.